Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about some drama that went down in a Facebook group that I like to participate in called the Social Anxiety Resource Center. So basically, I had this crazy idea to write a post in which I asked people to insult and criticize me. So basically, I listened to this podcast with Dr. Burns where he basically has somebody role play your critical thoughts, and even more than your critical, well, they are your critical thoughts, but he has somebody role play this idea of like your worst nightmare, which is this really hostile, angry person who points out everything you do wrong in life. So, like, let's say you're really insecure about, you know, your social anxiety. So, you imagine the worst. Like, you imagine people are thinking all these horrible things about you. And you imagine that maybe even, like, one of these people is just going to call you out if you say something or do something wrong. Like, let me just ask you, like, your hostile thoughts could just, this feared critic could just say something to you like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, I just, I hate to be rude, but I just wanted to say to you that it's really weird how quiet you are. And I find it kind of disturbing and like, why can't you be normal? Like, we don't have a problem talking. What's wrong with you? Are you like somehow, on the autistic spectrum or something? Or are you, is there something, wrong with your brain? Because it's weird, it's awkward, it makes people uncomfortable, and frankly, we hate you. So something like that, those are my critical thoughts. Like, I'm just imagining, why am I so ashamed of being quiet and shy? It's like, it's almost like I'm afraid that's what people are thinking, and I'm afraid one of those people might possibly even say that to me. And I have to protect against that happening, like, in my head. So I'm like trying not to be shy and quiet. For what reason? So this, imaginary critic won't criticize me. So basically I asked, like, my friends, people I've gotten to know in the group, give me like a legit critique, like you know me a little bit, or you could just give me like any random insult, and I'm going to try to use what Dr. Burns calls the acceptance paradox, which is where you can acknowledge a grain of truth in even the harshest criticism. And he demonstrates how to do it in his podcasts and books. And I was like, you know what? I want to try and see if I'm ready to disarm these criticisms. Like, no matter what comes at me, like, someone could just be like, you're hideous and annoying. Like, can I verbally defend myself, but not in a defensive way, but using the acceptance paradox, which means accepting that there might be some truth to their criticism and trying to admit that I'm not perfect and that's okay. And I do have flaws, and that's okay. And no matter what flaws I have, even like really, really bad flaws, it's still okay. So no matter what someone attacks me with, I will always be okay. I found that extremely powerful, because if no matter what someone comes at you with, even like the harshest criticism, and you still feel okay, wow, guys, that is power. Alright, that is true mental power, if you ask me. So anyway, it was actually really fascinating because my friends from the Social Anxiety Resource Center, like, they've watched my YouTube videos, maybe one's even watching now, and they pointed out, like, legit things about me, which I found absolutely hilarious, and I was really surprised by my own reaction, because as they were coming in, I was honestly like, that's an imitation of what I was doing, because I was like, finding it so funny because, like, when it actually happened and when people actually pointed out my flaws, it was funny instead of hurtful, weirdly enough, because I knew they were right, and it was sort of like so refreshing to just get like the truth. And I kind of suspected people thought these things about me, but it was actually just really funny to hear that they actually did think about me. And they were kind of doing it in like a joking way, but I mean, alright, like one person pointed out um about my Instagram, like how I never smile, and I'm just like, oh, and I have a resting bitch face. And I'm like, that's hilarious because like that's so me. And then another person pointed out that I never respond to her messages and I never reach out. I'm like, I know, like that is so my flaw. And then another person pointed out that I'm like so serious in my YouTube videos and I never smile and I just go way too into depth in things and like don't make short videos. And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, that's could not be more right. So it was actually really cool to me that I was actually able to see the truth. And, you know, obviously it's easier when I'm prepared to like be humble and like see the truth than when like I actually don't want to agree with someone. But it felt really good, and I got a lot better at responding to the criticisms. Like somebody said, "You're ugly AF." And at first I'm just like, damn it, how do I respond to that? So I started by saying, oh yeah, my looks are like imperfect AF. But then I started using that same feeling with all the other criticisms, and I'm just like, a really great way to respond to these criticisms is just like, admit it. It's like, who am I trying to be? Why am I trying to be perfect? Why am I wasting so much energy pretending I'm like Little Miss Perfect when it's actually so much less energy and so much more beneficial to just readily agree, kind of like in a Mae West kind of way, that, you know, I suck. And like not in a just like depressed way, like I truly suck at life, I hate myself, but really in just like a humorous way. Like, yo, I freely admit I kind of suck at a lot of stuff. Like, that's so liberating, is it not? Why am I like, I am Miss Goody Two Shoes, I always get A plus, rather than just being like, fuck A plus, I do what I want, yo, I'm out of here, I'm out, man. What was that? I don't know. So anyway, pretty cool stuff, don't you think? So, yeah, I suck at YouTube, I do not smile, and, oh yeah, William Bell, he told me, maybe I shouldn't have said his name, but he told me I speak so softly. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I speak softly. So, what do you want me to do about it? I don't know. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. And what do you think? Is it wrong to insult? Oh yeah, because then like everyone got banned and these posts got deleted. That's a drama. And I'm like, oh, seriously, guys. But I guess some people just went out of control insulting. I didn't even see that. So anyway, bye guys.